can you talk for just a moment about one of the reasons that you believe that that the warming will happen so quickly, having to do with what some people call tipping points, what some people call feedback loops, what some people call reinforcement. So those, like the methane, can you talk about that for just a moment first?
Yes, absolutely. We have triggered self-reinforcing feedback loops that feed upon themselves, and so it's no longer simply a matter of tweaking the thermostat so that we can turn down the heat. Rather, the thermostat has run out of control. It's as if the boiler room is capable automatically of fueling itself and bringing more coal into the room without humans being involved at this point. So it's pretty apparent that we have Arctic methane, methane coming out of the Arctic Ocean at a very, very rapid rate, apparently an exponential rate. And so even if we were to stop all industrial activity today, even if we were to remove all humans from the planet today, there is no evidence that we would be able to stop that methane from leaking out of the Arctic Ocean, not to mention the dozens of other places it's coming out of the Earth. And so it's beyond human intervention, apparently, at this point. Methane release is likely going to be a primary factor underlying the ongoing sixth great extinction event. And this, yes, so there's a lot of methane on land in the form of permafrost and Siberian traps, and the volcanism that occurred there in the past underlies one of those great extinction events. But then there's methane in a lot of other places, including the relatively shallow Arctic Ocean, continental shelf, for example. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting. Rapid cooling apparently was responsible for 3 of the 6 great extinction events, and rapid warming is implicated in the other half, the other 3 of the great extinction events. So, yeah, whether it's cold or hot, if it happens rapidly, organisms can adapt, and they certainly cannot evolve through the process of natural selection to keep up. And so that's where we're at right now, with general warming of the planet already proceeding at a rate 10,000 times faster than evolution by natural selection, and accelerating even as we speak.
The reason I wanted to bring up those self-reinforcing loops is that all the criticisms that I've seen of your work, and this is actually true of my work too, all the criticisms I've seen of your work are not on substantive issues. All the criticisms are basically emotional, that because I don't like what you're saying, then you must be wrong. As opposed to somebody saying, well, it ends up that your science is inaccurate on, action A or action B. I have not actually seen anybody challenge you on the release of methane, for example.
Right. And so what I do is quote the science, and I'm very careful to do this. I've been out of active service at the university for nearly 6 years now, so I'm not doing primary research anymore. Instead, what I'm doing is secondary research. So I rely upon the work of other people, and I transmit that work to the general public. And so it's hard to take issue with the science when what I'm presenting is just other people's science. So then, if you can't attack the science, that only leaves the messenger.